Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on stock market. So before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, as a matter of fact, doing 5 days a week live right now. There is lots of trade ideas available for you guys. If you want to do this and you're really serious about trading, check out that link down in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. So you can see the stock market sentiment, we definitely got bullish, last couple days. 44.3% are bullish and only 30% or close to 31 which is actually bearish. And that's actually not a good thing for the stock market when majority of the people are bullish. Most likely you'll go the opposite way. Now, look at right here. Trump's trade war shift away from Chinese manufacturing has reached tipping point. So we'll see with the port and everything else how that plays out. And right now, the market is definitely ripping. At least in past couple sessions, look at what market did even on Friday. We had that PC data, which is actually came in a little bit better than expectation, and the market was up, but it kind of faded. Dow was up 0.22%, Nasdaq was up 0.31%, S&P up 0.19%, and Russell going down 0.42%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. You can see right here on my screen. Communication services on top, technology, consumer cyclical, real estate, financial, and utilities energy took a big hit. Stock market map. What do we have here on stock market map? Microsoft up close to 0.5%, Nvidia down over 0.5%, Google up 1.15%, Meta up 1.80%, Tesla flat, Amazon flat, Apple down 0.68%. And I think we need to talk about FOMC, which is coming very soon here. And you can see FOMC this week on Wednesday. So that's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do. But far as right now, we know that there's going to be 25 basis points cut this Wednesday. Is it going to be more? Market is going to love that. And if there is some surprise, from J. Powell, where market does not like that, but I think this 25 basis points is already priced in, guys. Now, let's talk about the market. Let's get right into S&P 500. Oh, here's SPY ETF. It was up slightly 0.19%. And this is the weekly expected move. You can see right on my screen. Right here to the downside is 675 and to the upside 695. So who knows, if the market rallies and goes up to hit a brand new all-time high. Now, this rejection, especially on Friday, you can see we did hold that key zone here at 685, but it was really close to all-time highs. And then we got a rejection there. Market pulled back and came all the way down to 684 and closing right on the dot right here. You can see previous rejection, even this rejection now acting as a support, 685. So what is next and what's going to happen come Monday, Tuesday, and especially into FOMC? I think nobody is actually interested here, especially in a trade where you go in here and look for all-time highs or possibly a retest of previous all-time high. I don't think that's a trade, especially people that are trading for a long time. We would not go and chase this market if the market is running come Wednesday and J. Powell starts talking dovish and the market goes higher. Now, what I think is going to open up a lot more opportunities for traders, investors like us. We get a pullback into this previous resistance right here and into the gap somewhere below 677 to 675, the weekly expected move, possibly gap fill reversal. You can see previous rejection, also this massive bearish engulfer right here, and the gap which can act as a support. We have the rising 50-day and the 20-day moving average as well right here. So if that holds, that will be an opportunity for us to trade back up to the upside. So I'm expecting definitely a pullback. And why? When we get to VIX, I'll show you guys why I think that's going to happen. And this move, especially this slow melt up from past couple days, why it can fade because this 25 basis points cuts is actually priced in. So there's nothing really new, like I said, unless J Powell comes out and there is some more to it, and the market likes it, it goes higher. That's the only thing I can say. So going into Monday session, this key support 685, watch out for that. We break below that, there always support around 683, but the key zone here would be this support right here at 682. If that gives up and it gets under the 5-day moving average, which is sitting at 683 as well, and then you're going to see a retest of bottom of these candles right here around 677, 678, and there is the gap right below that 676 with the weekly expected move and confluence from these moving averages as well. On triple Q, it's up 0.41%, so we got an inverted hammer, you can see, and a massive rejection. And I'm not going to share that trade with you guys here in this video, but Friday, we took a trade, especially near 629 almost, to the upper range where this thing came up to this gap almost. And I was expecting for Triple Q to close this gap and maybe go into more puts. But unfortunately, I mean, I did not go heavy here, but still it was really decent profit because it was same day expiration, 625 strike, and then going deep in the money, over the money later on we took profit on this play. Now, if you look at it from this daily chart, what do we have here? We had a nice V-shaped recovery here on triple Q, and that's just how it's going. No pullback, nothing. We had a mini pullback here, and then things are just going higher. So going into Monday session, that 625 has to hold. If that gives up, it will come down to the 5-day moving average, 622, and from there, 617, and possibly can go lower to close this gap just below this key support right here, 613, which is at 610, the gap. To the upside, if it holds here, we see some sort of a futures market possibly gapping up and going higher come tomorrow morning. Then it can go up to this gap definitely, and this is where you'll find a lot of sellers because, like I said at the beginning of my video, that who wants to be a buyer here, guys? I don't think anybody wants to buy for a couple of dollars, to the upside. I think market will present itself, especially for traders like us, a really good opportunity. If there is a pullback, a decent pullback within this uptrend, we can buy into it. Otherwise, I think I would just watch this, gets up to this gap and maybe up to a brand new all-time high, and from there, we can see how the market reacts and if there is some profit taking or not. Like I said, I would be interested, in a long position only if the market pulls back. Otherwise, definitely there is no trade, unless you're, really good at scalping and you can just buy and get out quickly within, a couple of minutes, and you have a good strategy here that you can, play this type of moves to the upside. On Dow, it's up 0.20%, so it went higher, but again, same story. You can see it's a V shape. We never looked back, and it just grinding and going higher. So now that 480 is holding into closing, we got also inverted hammer here. If this thing cannot hold 480, we'll likely to see a pullback down to the 5-day, which is at 477. There will be support down here as well, and below that, we might be pulling back into this gap right here at 472. To the upside, 480 holds. We're only few dollars away from all-time highs, which is at 484.40. It can get there and possibly can produce another brand new all-time high. So definitely market near all-time highs again. There is no trade, especially when we're trading into blue skies. On IWM, it's down 0.42%, so nothing big. I mean, it was slightly down. We got up to all-time highs almost, hitting a brand new one. We got a rejection. We backed off from 252 and now closed at 250.77. So why this thing is going up and near all-time highs? Well, market likes easy money, and that's what we got now from Fed. The tightening cycle ended, and now it just easy money, right? And that's why the market is going up. But also keep that in mind, rate cuts are not bullish because something is broken inside, right? So going into Monday session, 252 breaks and holds, so we might get to see all-time high, maybe even 255 and higher, depending on Jay Powell, on that press conference. If it pulls back even more, this key support needs to hold 248.65, and the 5 day is sitting right there. If that don't hold, you're going to see a pullback all the way down to 245, maybe even 243 to retest 50-day moving average. On VIX is down once again on Friday, getting crushed, down 2.34%. I mean, this thing is down for a while now. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Friday was the 10th day it was going straight down and almost at near 15 bucks. So that's why I don't think there is too much of an upside here in the market. When this thing is down here, what do we get when this thing gets down here into like 15, 14 bucks or even 16? Look at the last few times we came down here. Usually it spikes back up. So, and there were some calls coming in for a VIX as well last week. I did post that into my Discord. There's a bunch of calls that are coming in, even $55 strike, which I don't think it's going to go there, but who knows? Things can happen, right? So VIX here, watch out if this thing breaks over the $16 range, 16.22, this 5 day moving average, which is coming down, we might get to see a move up to 18 to 20, and that will trigger a sell-off here in this market. Far as support, I mean, it's sitting at support pretty much at 15. What's the worst can happen? We might go down to this low down here, which is around 14 bucks on VIX. At that point, I'm not even looking into buying anything in this market, especially to the long side. And now I think we need to look at the dollar as well, which is breaking down. You can see, I mean, it's within this channel right here and just coming off. We don't have any kind of big move to the upside, but what did I say? Right here when I made this video that is coming down to the lower band, you will see a move back up. And we got that the next day, which was Thursday. And even Friday, we had a really nice follow-up, but we never got going. So this thing is under this trend line. So we might go back up, somehow retest it around 100. And if that happens, there might be, a pullback that's going to occur here in the market. So watch out. I mean, this thing is definitely not giving up. I mean, it's not even down Friday. It's pretty flat. So watch out if this thing gets over this 99.13, this trend line and the 5 day, we might be going back up to 100 plus here on dollar, and that's not going to be good for S&P 500. What is gold doing here? We need to talk about gold as well, and you can see gold just not doing much. We're just going back and forth chopping. We had this rejection on Friday and it came back in. We did not fill this gap. So I mean, yes, there is a possibility of a double top here, but yes, we got to take out the neckline, which is just not the case right now. We're nowhere near the neckline. So watch out if this thing goes back up to 85 and possibly even makes all-time high. That could still play as a double top because this thing is still really, really overbought. Now, if this thing pulls back, watch out for this key support right down here around 80 bucks. And if that gives up, there is the gap down below at 78.54, which is in line with this white line 20-day moving average on your screen. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys, and I'll definitely catch up with you guys Monday night.